Hey everybody, you're watching the Christiana 321. I am the Christiana, and I've got no idea what to talk about this week. What I thought was interesting was AI topics, and we don't like those, or at least we don't click on things if it is in the title, or the algorithm hides it because the computer doesn't want people knowing about AI, maybe. I know I've said AI so many times in the first 30 seconds, it's gonna suppress this one too. Or people click off because they think I'm gonna talk about AI. I'm not gonna talk about AI anymore. But I've been thinking a lot about what we post on social media versus what we don't post on social media, and how do you choose? Because according to a bunch of different articles and studies and stuff, on average, humans, adult humans, I think it was, spend about 2.5 hours on social media every day. And that's everything from Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, Reddit, LinkedIn, all of those put together, which I feel like counting YouTube in there isn't a very good reference point, because I spend a lot of time on YouTube, but it's just a video playing in the background, so I don't really count that. And sometimes I'm not even in the same room, it's just playing, and I got up to go do something else because I got distracted. But my active time on social media is probably at least 2.5 hours, so I guess that's fair. Anyway, let's say you sleep for 7.5 hours, so that accounts for 10 hours of your day. What are you doing in the other 14 hours? Working? That's good. I should be working. I'm on a break. What are we doing for the other 14 hours? Some of that time we're probably still taking pictures or videos to document on social media later. But when I really think about it, the vast majority of your life is not on social media, other than, I guess, vloggers. Not like my kind of vlogs, people who actually do everyday vlogs. I don't have time for that. Also, my life is not interesting enough for that. But so how do you choose what you post online? For me, it really comes down, there are two types of posts. There are posts that I'm posting for me, that I want to remember in the future. Like, I didn't post on social media the day of my first date with John. He's not here. I don't know why I'm pointing behind me. But I want to have something commemorating it on social media. So this year on our dating anniversary, I made a post. So it'll always be in my Facebook memories every year. I kind of wish that we had done the thing that some people do where you take a picture on your first date just in case. But that seemed very presumptuous, you know? Anyway. So there's stuff that I want to remember, be able to look back on, and while I have changed email addresses, I've changed laptops, I've changed phones throughout the year, many years, I have basically the same social media accounts. I can go back and watch videos I posted on YouTube back in, I think, 2011, 2012 was my first one. Why would I? Some of those should not have posted. But it is kind of cool. And maybe I want to do a video reacting to the first video I posted, but I have a vague memory of it just being recorded on my laptop, like webcam, and I don't think I even edited it, and it is just me freaking out about an email. I'm pretty sure that was my first video on here. Anyway, The other category of things that I post are things that I want other people to see because I think that it will bring them joy, because I think that, like, I had a thought that I want other people to know my perspective on an issue. And so unsurprisingly, the stuff that I want to remember and the stuff that I want other people to see of my life, generally pretty positive, you know? Stuff like fun trips, relationship milestones. I do have a little bit of a script in front of me, so I'm sorry if I keep looking down. But I wanted this one to be less rambly, although I didn't finish the script, so the end of this video gonna be 90% rambles. But this hasn't always been the case of posting mostly like nice things about my life. When I first got on the internet, on social media, it was MySpace, and it was when I was, I think, 14 or so, whenever I had my first account. I also posted some YouTube videos, not when I was 14, but like when I was in high school, under a different account, and I've got no idea. Ooh, actually I might have an idea of what the screen name was, although probably YouTube deleted it. I don't know, maybe I'll try and find that one. It'd be so cringy. Anyway. So what I decided to post on MySpace, really no filter. I was just shouting from the mountaintops, and if somebody happened to hear me, fine. I didn't really think that far. I kind of had a solipsistic point of view when I was younger, where it's like everybody might be, everybody else probably sees the world the same way that I do, because they might be made up in my head. It wasn't quite that far, but anyway, I didn't really care if other people heard my point of view on things, which led to me sharing some things that I probably shouldn't have. Lots of song lyrics where I was just very emotional about things that I don't remember anymore. Friendships, people I had a crush on, teachers that gave me a grade that I didn't think was accurate to my work. But basically I just treated social media as a journal, but with fun images and quizzes about what kind of potato I am, what my exotic dancer name would be, that sort of thing. And I was 14, and someone who is kind of like an aunt rightfully called me out on it. I say rightfully. I don't have a relationship with this person, and so it was weird that she called me out on it. I feel like she could have talked to my parents and they could have called me out on it. Anyway, it was weird coming from her. I'm getting distracted. I said no rambles. I lied. So all of that like journaling got amplified by a million by whenever I found out about Tumblr. And this was, I want to say early college, middle college. For those of you who either are too old or too young to know what Tumblr is, you're part of the, if you weren't part of the generation of people on it, it was a fairly anonymous form of microblogging. Kind of like Twitter, except most people, at least on the parts that I was on, didn't use the real profile picture, didn't use the real names. And it was a lot of reblogging memes, reblogging photos from your favorite shows, It's what got me into what we call Super Wholock, or Supernatural, Sherlock, and Doctor Who, those three shows. And Benedict Cumberbatch. There's also a lot of like inside jokes for these different fandoms. It was a lot of fun, but my page was maybe a bit PG-13. Some sites of Tumblr were X-rated, but I didn't go on those very much. And some were really negative. Some people got bullied. There were some very negative sides of it, but I mostly just posted pictures of Benedict Cumberbatch. My page got pretty popular. I don't remember how many followers I had, but whenever I got to a milestone, maybe 1,000, I did a giveaway because I was going to a Dragon Con, just like Comic-Con, but different branding. And I got a signed picture for somebody, and I mailed it to them, and it never arrived, and I'm pretty sure I know why, and I feel real bad about it, especially because I paid a lot of money for that picture to be signed. Anyway, and that's where I ended my script. So anonymous social media use, you can be a little bit more free in what you post. This is also about the time that I decided to start posting on YouTube, and I started posting things that I enjoyed, that I thought other people would enjoy, and there's always kind of in the back of my head the idea of, what if I gain a huge following and I become a YouTuber and I can just create videos and talk to people, and that could be my job. And I think before I started dating John, I only got up to about 30 followers, and that was over about 10 years of making videos. Not consistently, like there were several huge gaps of a couple years in there. But I do enjoy making videos, and this one I'm not gonna edit. Spoiler, if you made it this far and thought that there was any editing, sorry about that. But I do just enjoy talking to camera and imagining the people who are observing it are getting something from it, whether it's joy, whether it's laughing at me, whether you learn something. That, yeah, it's creating something, putting it out into the world, and I love that. I've also really enjoyed, in the last couple years since dating John, I have gotten a lot of followers. Most of them were from him being a much more successful YouTuber than I ever hoped to be. And his followers coming over here. So if you came over here from John, hi, thanks for subscribing. If you came over here from any other place, hi, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for subscribing. I normally, I don't say it very much, but it does bring me so much joy when I see people are watching my content, liking it, leaving comments. I try to reply to just about every comment, or if I don't reply, I at least give it a little heart, just so that you guys know that I appreciate you engaging with the content. There was one recently that I had to delete the comment. If it's mean and I don't think it is adding anything to the conversation, I do delete some comments. Because I don't know. Anyway, but I've also found that on my personal social media, so over the years my YouTube has changed based off of what my personal interests are, what kind of videos I'm watching on YouTube, all of that, and it's mostly based off of what I enjoy, but it's a little bit based off of what I think other people will enjoy watching as well. Oh my gosh, there's another thought that was following that. I've tried doing other social medias, like Twitter, X, I guess it's called now. I've had an account and I deleted an account, and I had an account and I deleted an account. I think there might technically still be one with my name on it, but that was mostly just because I was reserving it. I got real worried one day that the Christiana 321 or Christiana 321s were going to be taken and my identity was going to be stolen or something. I don't know. So I have it reserved. And then I've got a Reddit, which again lends itself to anonymous blogging, where I can be open and honest and share stories that I don't want to ever actually be connected with me, while still, like, I'm still me on there. Like, I'm still a genuinely positive person and genuinely trying to have joy and make people feel good. I don't want anybody to read my comment and feel worse about themselves unless they deserve to feel worse about themselves because they're a terrible person. But for the most part, it's still all nice and good. It's just stories from my life that I don't want to be connected with. Anyway, and then I have personal accounts on Instagram and on Facebook. If you want to follow me on Instagram, link is probably not in the description because I'm uploading this from my phone. The link is in the description, maybe, and definitely on most of my videos. That one is public facing, but it's just like whatever I would share with my friends anyway. And then I post those things also to Facebook. I have it automatically set to do that. But I don't really ever use Facebook other than sharing memories and seeing what other people are posting. Occasionally I'll repost a meme or something, but it's pretty rare that I'm active on there. Anyway, what was the point of this? Oh! So the big thesis statement was most of the stuff that I post, or the positive things, so if I'm not posting stuff in my life, might be happy, might be sad. There's a good amount of not positive emotions that I just don't want to share on social media, because I don't want to bring other people down. I don't want to, like, I don't feel like posting when I'm not feeling good. But then you see a lot of YouTubers who do the daily vlogs will occasionally include those negative moments where they're upset, crying, for whatever reason they're hurt, in an effort to share their whole life and be real and make sure that you guys know, or not you guys, but if you watch vloggers, make sure that their audience knows that it's not always positive, and it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to have those negative parts in your life. But honestly, like, I've done it a couple of times when I've been vlogging. It's not my, I try to still, like, I don't feel like pulling a camera out when I'm not feeling good. But there've been a couple of times where it happened. Anyway. The point I'm trying to make is, how do you decide what to post or not post? Or if you're going to comment or not comment on a video? Do you have any kind of, like, rules of thumb or filter that you think about whenever you're posting? But also just to point out that there's a huge portion of the day, even if you are vlogging every day, there's a huge amount that is not going to be shown. And whether I'm cutting out the positive stuff, the negative stuff, the controversial stuff, you just don't know that. Nobody knows that. And so if you're basing your life or your happiness off of what other people are posting because, you know, you're jealous that they're happy all the time, or you're getting angry and you think that they're a terrible person because of one comment that they made online or an opinion that they shared, I think it's kind of silly. It's a very small portion of the day, and we spend a relatively long portion of the day just scrolling and seeing all of these posts from other people, even though you're only posting for, you know, 5-10 minutes a day tops. There's some days that I don't post anything anywhere. So there's just a huge disparity there where between the amount of time that we spend seeing other people's lives versus the amount of time that we spend sharing our own life. And then also, there's a huge amount of time where you're just out there living your life. Focus on that. I want to have less than 2.5 hours on social media every day. Unless just playing YouTube videos for background noise counts, and then I don't care anymore. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Did this ramble actually make sense? I feel like it was a little bit less tangenty than normal. And is there anything in particular that you would like to see me post? We are moving into springtime. I've got some travel coming up that I can vlog on. The Super Bowl's this Sunday. I don't think I'm gonna have a video for Sunday. Maybe we do a football video. That's what I'm gonna do. I want to do a football video with John, but I don't know what that would be. Football trivia? I've learned a lot about football in this last year. If you have ideas for football videos, let me know. But also if you have any football trivia questions, you can put those in the comments as well. I'm asking for a lot of input. I'm asking for a lot of feedback. So if you do post out there, I appreciate you. And thank you so much for sitting through and listening to my rambly thoughts on social media. And yeah, good night, sweet dreams, and I'll see you Sunday for a football video before the big game, I guess.